Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the invisible ingredients that make your phone, your laptop, and even artificial intelligence possible. We're talking about rare earth minerals. You've probably heard about gold, silver, or lithium, but rare earths. They're the secret sauce behind the tech boom, and they're at the center of a global power struggle between the US and China. By the end of this video, you'll know what rare earth minerals actually are, which US companies mine them, why they're so important for AI and data centers, and what happens if China cuts off the supply. Let's dig in. Rare earth minerals, sometimes called rare earth elements or REEs, are a group of 17 metals found in the Earth's crust. They have names like neodymium, praseodymium, dysprosium, and terbium. Don't worry about memorizing those. Just know they're used in tiny amounts, but they're crazy powerful. These elements are used to make strong magnets, and those magnets go into electric motors, hard drives, robots, wind turbines, and the cooling fans inside huge AI data centers. So yeah, every time you ask ChatGPT a question or stream a movie, somewhere in the world a rare earth magnet is working to make that possible. Fun fact, rare earths aren't actually rare. They're found all over the planet. What's rare is finding them in large enough amounts, and in places where it's safe and cheap to mine. Right now, China controls almost 70% of the world's mining and about 90% of the refining. That means they clean and separate the raw material into usable form. So even if the US mines some, most of the processing still happens in China. That's a big problem for tech companies that rely on steady supply chains. Okay, let's meet the American players trying to break free from China's grip. MP Materials runs the Mountain Pass mine in California. It's the only major rare earth mine currently operating in the US. They mine a mineral called bastnasite, which is rich in neodymium and praseodymium. Remember, those are key ingredients for magnets. MP has been expanding fast, building facilities to turn that rock into NdPr metal and even into finished magnets, the same kind used in EV motors and servers. Think of MP as the US's first real full-stack rare earth company, from rock to refined metal to magnet. Because of that, the US government has given MP Materials big grants and contracts to help build a more secure domestic supply chain. Lynas is actually based in Australia, but it's super important to the US. Why? Because Lynas is the largest rare earth producer outside China. They mine a deposit called Mount Weld, one of the highest grade rare earth sites in the world. Lynas is also building a processing plant in Texas. Funded in part by the US government. So America can refine some rare earths right at home instead of sending everything to Asia. Energy Fuels started out as a uranium company, but recently they began recycling and processing minerals that contain rare earths. They use their White Mesa mill in Utah to extract NdPr oxide, another step towards self-sufficiency. They're still small compared to MP Materials, but they already have a working facility, which gives them a head start in the US refining game. It's hard to put an exact price tag on each deposit because it depends on the quality of the ore and global metal prices. For example, the price of neodymium can swing up or down by 50% in a year. But here's the big idea, MP's Mountain Pass is already producing. That's huge. Lynas has one of the richest mines on Earth. Energy Fuels has processing capability that others don't. In short, these three companies together could form the backbone of an American rare earth supply chain. So, where do these materials fit into the AI world? Let's trace it. Mining and refining. Raw ore is dug up and purified into oxides and metals. Magnet manufacturing, neodymium, plus iron, plus Boron. Make powerful magnets, NdFeB magnets. Hardware. Those magnets go into motors, sensors and cooling fans, used in data centers and robots. AI companies. Data centers run by Amazon AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure and others depend on that hardware. So yeah, rare earths are like the muscle fibers inside AI's body. Without them, the hardware literally wouldn't move. Not yet. The US mines some rare earths, but still sends most of it overseas, especially to China, for processing and magnet making. That means the US tech industry still relies on foreign supply chains for crucial materials. If China were to stop exports, even for a few months, it could slow down production of motors, robots, and hard drives that data centers depend on. Let's think about it. Who uses these magnets? Cloud companies, like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, use servers, cooling systems, and robots made with rare earth magnets. Hard drive makers, like Seagate and Western Digital, use them in every spinning disk. Electric car and wind companies, they use them for motors and turbines. If China cuts exports or adds tariffs, costs would skyrocket. That could raise prices for AI infrastructure, computers, and electric vehicles. It's like a domino effect. Even companies that don't mine rare earths would feel it. Analysts expect demand for these materials, especially for NdPr magnets, to double by 2030. Why? Because AI, EVs, and renewable energy are all growing fast. Every data center, every EV motor, every wind turbine, they all need rare earth magnets. That means the US will need tens of thousands more tons of refined rare earth materials in the next 5 years alone. If production doesn't keep up, we'll see shortages and price spikes. Here's the twist. Even if the US digs up more rare earth ore, it still needs refineries to separate the useful parts, and most of those are in China. China also leads in magnet manufacturing, so they don't just mine the metals, they control the value-added part of the chain where profits are highest. That gives China huge leverage. If they decide to limit exports or raise tariffs, prices can shoot up worldwide overnight. If China adds big tariffs or limits exports of rare earths to the US, here's what could happen. Prices jump. Companies like MP Materials and Energy Fuels could make more money in the short term because their materials become more valuable. Hardware costs rise. US tech and AI companies could face higher costs for parts, especially for magnets and motors. Investment boom. It would push the US to build more local mines and refineries, which could create jobs but take years. Stock volatility. Rare earth stocks could swing wildly as investors react to policy news. So a Chinese tariff wouldn't just affect miners, it could ripple through Wall Street, your gadgets, and even the price of your next electric car. Okay, let's sum this up. What should you take away? Rare earths are critical for modern tech and AI. They're small in size but huge in impact. The US is making progress, with companies like MP Materials, Linus, and Energy Fuels leading the charge. China still dominates refining and magnet production. That's the bottleneck. Global demand is growing fast, so prices may stay high or volatile. Investing in this space means understanding risk. Mining projects take years to build, and politics play a big role. For students, this is a perfect example of how science, engineering, economics, and politics all connect. For investors, it's a reminder that sometimes the most important parts of the tech world are the ones you never see. So next time someone talks about AI, remember, it all starts deep underground. Tiny metals like neodymium and praseodymium are shaping the future of technology, and the US race to secure them is just heating up. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more easy breakdowns of tech and investing, and comment below which rare earth company you think will lead the next big boom. Thanks for watching. And remember, the future is built on what's hidden beneath our feet.